Today's August 23rd, 2026. Basically about 5 or 10 after 2 in the afternoon. And I'm going to explain how this entire world has you enslaved and enjailed, knowing it, of every form of government that's above you across this entire world. In conclusion, or working together, in other words, to do so. First of all, I'll talk about your apartments and homes. It goes from the circuit breaker to an outlet, back to the circuit breaker. That's called a closed system. That closed system of wiring of electricity through your walls sends out electricity that bounces back, recorded in the form of X-rays of your items in your apartment and yourself, and it records your audio. Potentially at any courthouse, like in this nation, or state level, or federal level, like the Pentagon. That's your open-air jail system of imprisonment. Now, on the flip side of the financial freedom side, where you could have freedom of it, but they purposely keep tearing it down, is the fact that, and I understand this because of the fact I was born into the understanding of it to survive, but walked away from it by never partaking in it. Half of my life ago of walking away from it is the drugs and how the people take like an ounce, let's say. You buy that, you divide it in half, okay? You're getting probably $40 per, maybe 50 or so. So let's just say fit. So you're getting $100 for those two halves of that ounce. But if you break down to eighths, which there's 8 of them in that ounce, and sell them for, let's say, 25 a piece, you're getting 200. Now apply this logic within the marketplace. You buy the smaller companies of 1 or 2 shares per company of a broad bunch of them, like 40 of them, 40 different companies like that. At low level, let's say from about $40 to about the $5 mark per company of their share values. Well, that dividends is going to be paying out daily back to you. Because you ain't going to have to worry about if the share goes up with the company or down of the company, because those dividends are going to be $1 or so more per dividend payout per any of those companies of the 50 or 60 you invest in. That's where the money is in the marketplace. That's where financial freedom comes from. So this whole entire world of every government works together to suppress all that. That you could have financial freedom, that in 6 years you could have a few billion built up, all 8 billion of you, individually. And the wiring in your house and home records, takes screenshots of you and photos of you of that X-ray style that bounces back to the cables and sent back to like the courthouses and stuff in this nation, and video and audio of you. So you're enslaved by having to go to work while paying the rent of them enslaving or prisoning you in your houses and rentals. Yeah, and then I'm going to add one more part of this that definitely is not going to be agreeable with the truth of the Pentagon not liking this. While JFK was slumped over in that convertible that day, which is impossible with that old of a rifle of that time frame, because it's impossible to do it with modern rifles that are more accurate, they purposely did that. And then all eyes are on JFK slumped over in that convertible. What about the VP? No one's eyes were on the VP that was in the Oval Office watching it himself on TV. One of the top generals from the Pentagon walks in and goes, "Do not tell anyone what we just did." Military coup right there that very day into communism. So how do you like your jail system and slavery? Toodaloo.